You probably landed on this video because you are thinking about making a move to Cary, North Carolina, and you're wondering, why is everybody moving to Cary? Well, Cary is one of the top towns in the entire country. And yes, I said the entire country. And in this video, the ultimate guide to living in Cary, we're going to go over and answer all your questions on schools, recreation, jobs, everything you need to know about Cary. And we're going to do it in a map so you can see distances and how you get around the town. I'm Gretchen Coley, founder of the Coley Group, and I've helped hundreds of people make the move to Cary, North Carolina. And you could say I'm kind of an expert on it. So we get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you who are thinking about making a move, but they have no idea where to start. You can feel free to call, text, or email, or you can go right here and schedule a Zoom call with us, and we will help make sure that you find your slice of heaven right here in Cary. And if you like what we're going to share, make sure you click like and subscribe, because we post videos on Cary all the time. And in fact, you can see our last pros and cons of living in Cary right here. So let's just get to it and jump right in the map. Hi again. So you can see that I have Cary highlighted here on the map. Now, Cary is an incredible place to live, and a lot of the reasons why people love it is because of its location. You are bordered on the east by Raleigh, and you're bordered on the north by Research Triangle Park, and close to Durham and Chapel Hill. So Cary's location gives you so much bang for your buck. Now, when I say bang for your buck, Cary is the most expensive suburb of all of Raleigh. And we're going to talk about all the reasons why, but get ready to hold on to your pocketbook if you think Cary is going to be the place for you, because it's going to cost just a little bit more. So Cary is the largest town in the country, actually, which is pretty amazing. Has over 180,000 residents and counting. I mean, Cary is still growing. Cary's been voted one of the safest places to live. It's been voted one of the best job markets in the country. So you get so much when you choose to live in Cary. I said that Cary is an incredible location, and you'll see here, to get from Cary in their downtown area into downtown Raleigh is a pretty easy drive. You can go in on Chapel Hill Road, which is Highway 54. You can stay on Chapel Hill Road if you want, and you can be on 440 and get into Raleigh in 13 minutes. You could also go a little bit different route where you're taking Chapel Hill Road and you're getting on 40 and coming all the way around the south side of Raleigh and coming right into downtown. And right here in downtown is where all the government buildings are. It's where Fayetteville Street is. This is probably the highest employer in Raleigh, is in this section of town. It's where Wells Fargo is. It's where most of the skyscrapers are. So when you're coming into downtown, a 17-minute drive is really nothing. Now, to get to Research Triangle Park, which is the largest employer in the Triangle, is about 15 minutes, which is a super easy drive. So that makes Cary a really attractive place, because Research Triangle Park has it employs the most people of anywhere in the Triangle. There's a couple different ways that you can get there. You can go up Harrison Avenue, get on Highway 40, and go all the way into Research Triangle Park, or you can go a southern route on Chapel Hill Road and come up through Evans, come all the way up Evans and pick up Aviation Parkway, and then you'll pop in on 40 just like we were before and pop right into Research Triangle Park. Now, if you're living in other parts of Cary, such as West Cary, it's very easy just to hop on 540 and jump on 540. You could probably jump on right here at Morrisville Parkway, and you can come all the way up and go up 54, or you can go right up and get on 40 again. As you can see, this is Cary, and it is very large. There's lots of different parts of Cary. I like to say East Cary, West Cary, North Cary, and South Cary. And we'll talk a lot more about those. But if you are in West Cary, like in a neighborhood per se, like Cameron Pond, you can get on 540 and take 540 all the way into Research Triangle Park, which will make it super easy. You could also take 885 into Research Triangle Park, just depending on whether traffic is backed up here on 40. You could also take 55 all the way up, which is right here. And 55 gives you an easy way in and out. It's 4-lane the whole way. So if there is traffic, you've got multiple ways that you can get around and get into Research Triangle Park. And that being said, the airport is right here as well. So a lot of people who live in Cary travel and they want easy access to the airport. Well, you can be at the airport from Cameron Pond, which is West Cary, in about 12 minutes. And you'll see that you can go Morrisville Carpenter Road, and you can go into the south side of the airport. You can go up McKimmon Parkway, or you can go up Highway 540 and come into the northern part of the airport. So lots of different ways to get to the airport, all of which are under 12 minutes. The other thing that I find people want to know is, how do I get to Durham? How long does it take me to get to Durham, which is one of the second cities of the Triangle? And you'll see that that's about an 18-minute drive. It's very easy. You're going to go up 55, up 885, and pop right in here to Durham, which will put you right in downtown. So getting into Chapel Hill from West Cary is going to be a little bit of the longest drive that we've talked about. It's about 28 minutes. You can go up Old Kelly Chapel Road, and it will put you into Highway 54 and right into downtown Chapel Hill. So as you can see from the map, you've got Chapel Hill, Durham, and you've got Cary right here. So Cary is one of the best locations in the entire Triangle. So you can see Cary is right here on the map, and you're close to Highway 40 or Interstate 40, which is really important to note. Interstate 40 is going to take you from Cary up through Research Triangle Park, past the airport, and it will take you all the way to Chapel Hill and then to the mountains. And you can be in the mountains, and I'm specifically saying Banner Elk, the Asheville area, in around 3 hours. And if you take 40 south, you can come all the way down here and go this way, and it will put you out in Wilmington in less than 2 hours, and it is such an easy drive. So 40 is your main corridor connector that's going to get you everywhere you need to go. The next corridor is Highway 440, and 440 is the inner belt that runs completely around Raleigh. Now, that is an important thing to note, because getting around in Raleigh, you're usually going to use Highway 440, which is going to be very important to you in your travels. The next piece that I want to point out, and the next highway or interstate that I want to point out, is Highway 540. Highway 540 is right here, and it starts in Holly Springs. It runs all the way up through Cary, and this is going to run through West Cary, and it's going to put you out in North Raleigh. If you continue around, you can see that North Raleigh's right here. If you are trying to get to North Raleigh, you're probably going to use this. If you're trying to get to RTP from West Cary, this is where you're going. This is what you're going to use. Now, the next piece to Cary is the Cary inner belt, which I call it. It's really not an inner belt, but you can see this circle that runs around Cary. It's Highway 54, connecting into Southwest Maynard Street. Now, this is what I would consider Old Cary. Old Cary is really the older part. It's where everyone used to live. It's where their downtown is, and really a special place. You can see in Old Cary, there's lots of neighborhoods that go all around. You've got Glen Eyre, Greenwood Forest, you've got Oakwood Heights, and then you've got downtown Cary. Now, downtown Cary is what I would consider to be Harrison Avenue, Chapel Hill Road, down to Park Avenue. We're going to talk a lot more about downtown Cary because there's so much to go over down here, but I wanted you to kind of see this interior, older part of Cary. Now, when it comes to Cary, as you can see in this outline, as crazy as the outline is, and you'll find this in a lot of the towns in the triangle because our maps just have grown so fast, places have been annexed. But you can see there is not a lot of room to grow in Cary. If I were a consumer, I would split Cary into 4 different quadrants. I would split it just like this. I would go the old side of Cary, which is also called East Cary. So this can be the east. I would have South Cary, which would be this, and I would have West Cary, which would be this. Now, I guess South Cary, you could really consider Preston because that was one of the older parts of it. So I would consider all of this your older, more established portion of Cary. East Cary, West Cary, South Cary. We're going to talk about a lot of those when we go into houses, but they're really important. The other thing that is hugely important about Cary is there's no room to grow. You're not going to find a lot of new construction in Cary, and when you do find it, it's going to be luxury homes, luxury townhomes, that are really going to be custom built in mature neighborhoods. It's just known for really tough architectural guidelines and a tough planning department, which has helped keep Cary and helped create Cary as what it is, where it's, very high-end feeling, very mature, and really timeless. Now, when it comes to traffic getting in and out of Cary, we've talked about those main thoroughfares, Highway 440 or Highway 40, Highway 440, and Highway 540. Highway 40 is going to have the most amount of traffic. This gets really congested, especially in the mornings before that 9 o'clock shift and after that 5 o'clock shift. This road is madness. 40 also gets extremely congested because you've got all of the Raleigh folks going up, and this is going to pull Holly Springs, Fuquay, everything to the south up into RTP. And it just gets super congested. 64 gets very congested during peak traffic times, and 540 is a toll road. So the toll road starts right here in Holly Springs and it goes all the way up to about Research Triangle Park. So there's not a lot of people that drive on this road right now, which I think is fabulous because honestly, I don't mind paying the toll. I'd rather get there faster. And if you need to get there fast, if you can get to 540, it's going to put you in to Research Triangle Park or to the airport very quickly. And you're not going to have a ton of traffic. So there's going to be other ways to go and get around in Cary, including Highway 54. Morrisville Parkway is a big one, as well as High House Road is also a larger part of Cary's thoroughfares, and you'll hear those talked about a lot. The other one is Davis Drive. Davis Drive runs right through the middle of Cary all the way up to Research Triangle Park. So that's another big one that is driven a lot. So when it comes to a reason that people want to call Cary home, it is most oftentimes incredible schools and great amenities. So let's talk about amenities first, because I want to get into downtown Cary, which we touched on a little bit earlier. Downtown Cary has undergone a major revitalization with downtown Cary Park, which is a huge facility that Cary spent $70 million building. It encompasses this entire area. It's bordered by the Cary Regional Library. There are elevated walkways. There's an amphitheater for concerts. There are light shows in the evenings. There's always some kind of festival or something going on. There's a splash pad, playgrounds, you name it, it's right there. And it's right beside the Mayton, which is a great older hotel right here in downtown that gives you a place, you can see it right here, that gives you a place to come, have lunch, look over the park. Really a beautiful old school type of Cary place. The other thing about Cary is this entire Chatham Street is what I would consider their older downtown. Chatham Street has got some phenomenal restaurants. La Farm Bakery is there, Scratch Kitchen and Tap Room. There's tons of great places to eat. There's a little old school movie theater. There's Brew Coffee. There's so much going on in downtown, and it's a great place to walk around. There's a Steamed Coffee here and Academy Street Bistro here. And there's also a brand new building that has just gone up right here. And this is my favorite building because it's where my hairdresser is, and it's where I spend a lot of time making sure that my locks are fabulous. So if you need a recommendation, I've got one for you. While we're on shopping and dining, let's touch base on Fenton. We can't do a video on Cary without talking about Fenton. Now, downtown Cary's right here. We're going to move over to the east a little bit, getting closer to Raleigh, right here off of Highway 440. This is where the new shopping center Fenton is. And Fenton is the place to go. It's where my teenagers want to go hang out. I want to go hang out. It is the cutest outdoor shopping center. It really has a lot going for it. There's a Paragon Theaters there. They have Lululemon. They have Altered State. There's a great coffee shop. Honeysuckle Gelato is there. Our House. There's tons of places to eat, dine. There's even a rooftop. There's a mechanical bull you can ride if you're daring. And then there's great places to live. So there's apartments and there's places to work. So when it comes to Fenton, you can live, work, and play right there in the shopping center, and it gives you a great place to call home. The other thing I love about Fenton is they have this massive green that has all kinds of engaging artistic style chairs all the way around it. And in the winter, they turn it into an ice skating rink underneath the lights. You feel like you are in the middle of the North Pole. And then you've got restaurants that border it. So there's a great Mexican restaurant, Italian restaurant. There's so many wonderful things there. It's a great place to go shop, take the kids, and have dinner and a glass of wine with your special someone. Cary is world renowned for its thriving job market. Now, this could be because there are so many incredible universities in this area, including NC State, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and Duke, in addition to over a dozen other universities like Meredith College, Peace College, and historically Black universities that feed into the job market here. One of the largest employers in this area is SAS Institute, and you can see that they are right off of Highway 40. You'll see the Umstead Hotel and Spa, which is one of my favorite places in the Triangle. It's where I can get my zen. Great place to stay, but they also do a killer brunch on the weekends, and they have an incredible spa. It's by far the best in the Triangle. And then you've got the SAS Institute campus, which is a little city in itself. And if you do any research on Cary, you'll know that Jim Goodnight, and John Sauls, who started SAS, also built Cary Academy, which is the school that they wanted, because there wasn't very much in this area when they started SAS. So they built a school here. Cary Academy starts in the middle school timeline and goes up to high school, and they are a very tech-focused school. And then they also created a neighborhood called Preston. And Preston was where everybody who lived at SAS lived. So you have a lot of things going on right here in this area. And you can see Preston is right here, a very easy drive in. The other great employer is Epic Games. And Epic Games right now is located in Crossroads. Epic Games is the parent company to Fortnite. So for all of you who know Fortnite, now you know Cary. They're actually buying a piece of property or under piece of property just outside of Fenton called the Old Cary Mall that they are looking to make their world headquarters, which is pretty remarkable. There's tons of other companies, including Meta, Facebook, Google. All of those are right here in what we would call Cary/Morrisville area, which borders Research Triangle Park. And for those of you who really want to be close to Research Triangle Park, Morrisville, you never know where Cary starts and where Morrisville starts and vice versa. The lines overlap so much. And if I highlight Morrisville on this map, you will see its edges are as jagged as Cary. So you can see there's a lot of crossover right here. You've got Preston, Weston, and Carpenter Village, and then you have Morrisville. Morrisville is going to have more production style homes. It's also going to have more condos and more townhomes just because of density. So Cary actually has the lowest property tax rate of anywhere in the triangle, probably because of how much density Cary actually has. I want to go back and put in when I started talking about Cary and its job market and its thriving job market back at the beginning of this. I also want to have added that in addition to it being a thriving job market, Glassdoor actually ranked Cary as one of the best places to find a job, which is a huge accolade. So there's a huge accolade that Cary has where Glassdoor named it the #1 place in the country to find a job. And again, I think all that has to do with the university systems. Let's pop into MLS and let's talk about median home price. Now, if we go to niche.com, you're going to find out that the median home price is about $477,000, which is absolutely not correct. So I want to show you why you can't just Google and find out everything you want to find out about a market, because this is really low. The population is actually just under 180,000, and the schools have A++ rankings. And that's a big thing to hit on here, because when it comes to home prices, most people who are looking to move to Cary are thinking about the schools, whether they have kids or not. It's a huge piece of retail, and Cary has some of the best schools in the entire triangle, and you can see by the A+ rating. It's a great place for families, and not only do they have phenomenal public schools, they have incredible private schools like Cary Academy and Cary Christian, are just to name a couple. And then Cardinal Gibbons is one of the top high schools in our entire area. It's not in Cary, but it's right on the border of Cary and Raleigh. When it comes to public schools in the triangle, they're tricky. So there are a lot of different options here, from public to private to charter to magnet. And what you're going to find in areas that are growing as fast as Cary is schools get capped. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about this whole East Cary and West Cary area. And what you're going to find is most oftentimes when you're looking in West Cary, you need to make sure you're double looking at the schools, because many of those are capped. And if you need help navigating this tricky market, we've got a school consultant that we'd love to hook you up with, because when you add in a traditional calendar versus a year-round calendar, there's a lot of options for schools, and you're going to want to make sure that you don't buy a house in an area and then find out later that your kids can't get into that school because it's capped. So let's pop into MLS. When we go into MLS and look for Cary, we're going to find that the price is a little higher than what was stated earlier. So when we go into Cary and we're in the MLS, which is where all the real information is, not the information generated by the internet and by an algorithm, you're going to find that the average median sales price for a home in Cary is $655,000. You can see right here that the entire MLS is only $416,000. So home prices in Cary are higher. Now, they're a 60% higher than the average home price in the rest of the country. So you're looking at really spending a little bit more to live in Cary for that location, for the great schools, and for all the amenities that we're going to talk about. The average income of a person who lives in Cary is about $130,000, if that helps to put that into perspective. So in Cary, when we jump into MLS, we're going to see that there's 221 homes on the market. Now, this does nothing to tell you about how competitive the market is in Cary. You can see that the lowest priced home on the market right now is $265,000, and the highest priced home is $7.9 million, but that one's been on the market for a long time. I don't think it's gonna sell for that, but who knows? Crazier things have happened. So you've got lots of 1 millions, lots of 2 millions, and a lot of 700s, 800s. There are some 5s and 6s, but you can see as you start to get into those lower price points in the 500s, really under 6, you're really looking at townhomes, condos. You're not looking at single family anymore. There are a few here that you could see, but it just gives you an idea. Now, the market in Cary is competitive. So when you're ready to buy a home in Cary, you need to get your pocketbook ready, and you need to come ready to play, because houses move fast, and you want to make sure that you're paired with the right agent who knows the market, who can make sure that you win, and make sure that you're fully prepared to have an expectation set that's proper, that if a house comes on the market, it's a great house, it's probably selling very quickly. So those are just some important keys. Now, I want to chat about the best neighborhoods in Cary, because I think Cary has so much going for it. And again, we talked about South Cary, we talked about downtown Cary, and we talked about West Cary. So let's start with South Cary, because we've already kind of talked about downtown Cary. So I would consider South Cary to be this. I would consider all of this to be South Cary. And in South Cary, you're going to find great neighborhoods that are surrounded by golf courses. One of those being McGregor Downs. McGregor Downs has a fabulous golf course. It surrounds McGregor Lake, McGregor Downs Lake, which is a beautiful facility. They've got a wonderful club there. Tons of events going on. They have clay courts for tennis. And what you'll find in this neighborhood is all the houses were built in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Some of those houses are being torn down. New houses are being built. So you can get in anywhere from around $1 million up to about $5 million. The other neighborhood that I like a lot is called Lockmere. Lockmere was developed in the 80s and 90s, so you're going to find older homes here. It surrounds Lockmere Lake, which is a beautiful lake that you could canoe, you could kayak, you could paddleboard on, but you can't use a motorboat here. But this is in a great area of Cary that has easy access to Waverly Place, which is a shopping center that's right here. There's a Whole Foods market. There's also a Harris Teeter right across the street. There's Wakemed Cary Hospital. There's a Walmart Supercenter here. There's a Whole Foods. There's Wakemed Cary Hospital. Lots of things going on right here in this area. My kids' favorite, Chick-fil-A. And then if we go down go down Highway 1 to 64. This is where McGregor Village is. Now, McGregor Village has tons of things going on. Great hairstyle studios, great restaurants, X-Golf is there. They're really doing a lot to revitalize this shopping center, and that is right across from McGregor. So there's lots of things right in this area that are going to give you that mature landscape, an older style neighborhood with golf courses and beautiful lakes to boot. The other side of Cary, which is more of the southwest side of Cary, is where you're going to find neighborhoods like Preston. And you'll see right here, Prestonwood Country Club is located here. And it is one of the most prestigious country clubs in Cary. They definitely have a wait list. The SAS Championship is played here. The club is gorgeous. The course is incredible. And the neighborhood that surrounds it is beautiful. You'll find homes that were built here in the early 90s all the way up until the 2000s. Again, a lot of homes here are being renovated. You can find anything from around $1 million and up. Great location here because you have so much shopping. You've got a new Publix that just opened up. You have the market at Bradford. There's a number of different places to shop right here. And then there's a new Walmart shopping center that's over here on 55. If we come in a little bit towards 54, is where Park West Village is. There's a Target, TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby, Galaxy Golf. There's a movie theater, a Michael's, and a Trader Joe's. And I think it's either a Bass Pro Shops or a Cabela's. I can't remember what they changed name to. But all of that is right here surrounding Prestonwood. Great places to eat. Just a really cool quality of life. Now, when we get into West Cary, we are talking about this section of Cary right here. West Cary is where the growth is happening right now. There is a Wake County side to West Cary and a Chatham County side. And you want to make sure if you want Wake County Public Schools that you are in West Cary in Wake County. And that includes Carpenter Village, Cameron Pond, Amberley, and Cary Park. Now, these are neighborhoods that are master plan neighborhoods with incredible resort style amenities. There's pools, there's tennis, there's greenway trails, access to the American Tobacco Trail, which gets you all the ways from the mountains to the coast. So there's a lot going on in this area that are really special and just a great place to call home. And then there's the North Cary area, which we would consider Morrisville. I actually consider Morrisville to be a part of Cary. So the North Cary area, again, is where there's going to be more townhouses, more condos. You're closer to Research Triangle Park. You're going to pay a higher price for those. Now, what you're not going to find in most parts of Cary is production style homes. There's just not a lot of those. Most of the homes are custom built, and they're built by reputable builders, and they're built to be luxurious. As we get closer to Research Triangle Park in Morrisville, because of density and because of the price of land, you are going to see more national builders in that area than you're going to see anywhere else in Cary. Now, I said earlier that the amenities in Cary were one of the main reasons that people come to Cary, and it's one of the main reasons that people stay in Cary. One of those parks is Bond Park, which is surrounded by Bond Park Lake. It has a great, gorgeous lake here. You can see that it's very large, great place for you to canoe, kayak. You can't use a motored boat here. There are baseball fields. There's the Lazy Days playground, which gets so much press. There's a trailhead, so you can get on the trails here, greenways all through this park, and you can see that it is huge. There's a challenge course, there's a senior center here, more baseball fields, and the community park center, which has basketball, it has dance classes. Everything you want to do, you can do here. And this is a huge part of Cary's Parks and Rec. And I'll tell you, their Parks and Rec department is second only to Holly Springs, in my opinion, just because I live in Holly Springs. So I got to throw that in there. But nonetheless, they have incredible programming. Anything you want to learn, you can learn through their Parks and Rec, with programming from ages 2 up to age endless. There's so much going on there. The next park that it's worth pointing out is Lake Crabtree Park. You can see this is the larger lake in Cary, and it's fascinating to know how many lakes are actually in Cary. But this lake actually is in Morrisville, but again, there's a lot of crossover, and you can see that the airport is right here. So this lake gives you lots of options for boating, canoeing, walking. You can see the Crabtree Creek walking trail is massive. Cary overall has over 34 parks and over 100 miles of greenways on 2,700 acres. So if you think about that in the scope of this town, most of what you see that's green is either a park or a golf course. So there's no more room to build. Another park that it's worth pointing out that's not in Cary but very close to Cary is the William B. Umstead State Park, surrounded by a lake. It's right here by the airport, so literally Cary is right here. This is the Arboretum, which is another great shopping center, and where the Umstead Spa is. This neck of the woods is completely green, gorgeous. There's so much stuff to do here. You can really find something for everyone. Great trails for biking, walking, whatever you want to do, it's here. And there's lots of little lakes and places to sightsee and visit. And last but not least, and because we just can't do all 34 of Cary's parks in this video, or we would be here all day, is the Wakemed Soccer Park. Wakemed Soccer Park is a place that my kids used to go and play all the time. They have phenomenal bleachers. It's the largest soccer park in the area. There is so much going on. There's trails, greenways, fields. My daughter actually does track practice here a couple times a week, but this is also where the Carolina Courage play. So just a really good facility that adds so much to the livelihood here in Cary. And it's going to be as close to a professional team as you can get in Cary. Now, we do have the Carolina Hurricanes that play at PNC, which is right across from Cary. So literally, they border up against each other. So you could consider that. But really, the claim to fame in this area is all the college sports that you get to partake in as a resident of Cary and a resident of the Triangle, from NC State basketball and football, UNC, University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill basketball, football, and Duke sports. There's something going on every single weekend when you add in hockey, you add in the minor league baseball teams and the soccer team. There's something going on for everyone. So we've covered a lot in this video on the ultimate guide to Cary, and I'm sure you have questions. So whatever questions you have, drop those in the comments. I would love to answer them for you. And for those of you who live in Cary or have lived in Cary, I would love to know why you love it so much, or why you didn't like it and why you left. It would be so helpful to everyone watching this video to hear your comments. Now, if you are thinking about making a move in the next 12 months or 12 years, we would love to help guide you through Cary. As you can see, there's a lot to know. There's a lot of decisions that need to be made. You can reach out to us via phone, text, or email, or you can go right here and click that button and schedule a Zoom call with one of our agents who will really help make sure that all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and that you have a vast understanding of Cary and can find the right place and the right fit for your family. So thank you so much for joining us in today's Ultimate Guide to Cary. I'm Gretchen Coley, and I'll look forward to seeing you in Cary.